A very good day to Doctor and our fellow classmates. We are from Tutorial Slot 1, Group 2. Along with 4 of my members, Lian Zhi, Pei Wen, Hazel, Divya, we are going to discuss about the case study of the Peak Hotel. The Peak Hotel is founded as a farm inn in 1965 at Lemous in the Austrian Alps. The location is surrounded by mountains, making it the perfect destination to go for adventure trails in spring and summer and skiing or snowboarding in the winter. Over the next 30 years, the second generation in the business transformed the small inn into the most renowned high-end 4-star family resort that catered to wealthy European families on a holiday for mountain activities. Currently, Perry, at 61 years old, is running as the hotel director, overseeing every operation in the hotel, while his wife, Patricia, is 57 years old and is responsible for managing reservations and bookings. The couple raised 2 sons, Charles, the elder brother, and Peter, the younger. Charles and his wife Susan studied in hotel school and started to help out the family business as a division manager and reception manager for the past 5 years. Peter and his wife Olivia were on a very different path. Peter has a finance background and Olivia specializes in marketing management. They have recently decided to return to the hotel to help out and start a family. The first discussion question is, what are the challenges of intra-succession based on the narrative of the given case? Consider both business-related and family-related for both generations. Before we go into the challenges, let us talk about the passing down of the business. The succession started with Patricia showing intention to leave the business to their sons and enjoy her remaining years with Perry. However, Perry is concerned about how the succession would impact the status quo of the hotel, as the pension depends on the performance of the hotel. Therefore, he must consider all challenges before being able to hand in the business over to his sons. The first business-related challenge is organization structure. There are lack of policies and unclear job descriptions under the management of Perry. For example, Perry and Olivia, that had just returned to help, has not been given any position in the business, indicating that there are an inefficiency in the hotel. This could impact the succession, as the new director has to first identify all the employees' function, which would lead to wastage in resources in aspects such as more time spending in helping the onboarding of new employees. The second challenge in the business setting is the experiences of the brothers. Charles and Susan were very experienced in operating the hotel, but Peter and Olivia, on the other hand, come from a very different background of finance and marketing, which could hinder their adaptation process to operate the hotel. The third and last business-related challenges are decision-making and leadership. Currently, Perry has a more patriarchal approach to leadership and prefer a more hierarchical structure. However, Charles disagrees and would like to develop strong teams by delegating decision-making. The change in leadership would be likely to empower employees, but the negative impact of initial confusion and uneven performance by the new leader and employees should be taken into consideration. Next are the family-related challenges. The family behind the Peak Hotel has complicated relationships. Firstly, Charles and Perry could not see eye to eye due to the difference in management style, to an extent where they avoid communicate physically but uses email to discuss business-related matters. Meanwhile, Charles and Peter has failed to develop a working relationship, as Charles envied Peter since they were young and is worried about that the hotel would be taken over by Peter's return. Lastly is the commitment to the business. Other than Perry claims that Charles and Susan do not help with preparing the hotel for the next season, Charles and Susan have shown intention to work in another hotel or start their own hotel due to the conflicts within the family. That will be all for question 1, and I'll pass to Divya for the next question.
Good day to Doctor. I'm Divya and representing the question 2, which goes like, what are the strengths, weaknesses and interests of each of the family members in the Peak Hotel? The first family member we'll be looking would be Perry, the father. The strengths of Perry is he has an extensive experience in hotel management, and he also has transformed the hotel with his wife over the past 35 years into a large four-star hotel in the European families. Another strength that could be seen within him would be his strong entrepreneurial spirit and energy. Perry was torn between his wife's desire to retire and also his own feelings to need the hostel to keep on running. And then the weaknesses that could be found in Perry would be he exhibits a patriarchal and top-down leadership style that actually clashes with his son's managerial approach, which is a bit modern. And then he also has a control issue where he was also unsure that his son had the skills to manage the hotel and also to maintain the business. Meanwhile, his interest is on retiring and enjoying more leisure time with his wife, and he also is focused on ensuring the hotel's continued success and the family's legacy. The next family member would be Patricia, the mother. She has a strong emotional investment in the family and also its legacy. The history and tradition of the family business is very important to her, and she also has a good role balancing where she balances the roles as a business manager and also a family member effectively. Even though they promise to stay together when they get married, the couple still wondered if they want to move out to work at different places because it could be a better option for them. And then one of the weaknesses that can be seen within Patricia is she has conflict concerns where she actually fears whether there could be a conflict between Perry, Peter, and also Charles, which actually can tear the business apart. Meanwhile, she has interest in a family's harmony and also is interested in retiring because she wants to turn the business over to their sons and also to spend their remaining years with her husband and the family. The third family member would be Charles, who is the eldest son. Meanwhile, he has a strong educational background in hospitality management, and he got that management from a reputable hotel school. He also integrated into local community and also deeply understands how customer engagement works. Moreover, Charles has an operational experience because he was the division manager for the big hotel for the past 5 years. As for the weaknesses that can be found within Charles would be the communication strains because he struggles a strained relationship between with his brother Peter, and also their relationship has never been so close. Next, he also has management conflicts with Charles and also Perry because mostly they communicate by emails. And he is also interested in upholding his family's hospitality legacy, and he wants the hotel to continue in innovating furthermore. The fourth family member would be Susan, who is Charles' wife. The strength that could be seen within her is a strong educational background. As for Charles, she's also educated same in the field of hospitality, and also she has an operational experience where she was also managing the reception desk since 2013. So as for the weaknesses, we could say that the conflict with family dynamics could be seen where she concerns on how Perry treats Charles in managing the hotel. Meanwhile, her interest is also shown in desire for business growth because she wanted to contribute positively to the future of the hotel, and also she has a commitment for a high service standards in the hotel where she wants the family to have a long-term reputation in managing the hotel. The fifth family member would be Peter, who is the younger son. As for the strengths, he has a strong background in finance because his experience in that field would be a strategic asset for the hot girl that could leverage. He also has the vision for growth where he saw the tourism business actually growing, where people taking shorter but more frequent holiday breaks. This could actually change the big hotel's vision. Therefore, Peter was also lacks from his direct experience in the hospitality industry because he had no real-life experience working in a hotel. He also has communication issues within his family because his relationship with Charles is actually strained. And as for Peter, he is interested in utilizing his marketing experience and also the international context to expand his family business. And finally would be Olivia, who is the sixth family member and also Peter's wife. She has a good experience in marketing management, and she also has a good background because she was trained in marketing and worked in marketing management for a number of large companies in Switzerland. And as for the weaknesses, she lacks industry knowledge because she has no experience in the industry, and also she has some cultural adjustment issues because she fears living in a small village community compared to the big cities that she has lived before. And finally, as for her interest, she is interested in supporting the family business by contributing her marketing knowledge. She also wants to establish a presence in the family business. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Alafrina Hazlina. So now I'll be proceeding with question number 3, which is about a key business function issue that was raised in the case study. Based on the case study of the Peak Hotel, several business function issues are presented, particularly related to family business, succession, management conflicts, and organizational development. So the first one, do not have a proper planning about hotels management in the future. So the first one was mentioned when Perry was unsure whether his son had the skills and dedication to maintain the business at the same level that both of them had achieved. So his sons and their spouses were two different people. He was unsure about how they would manage and complex operation of the hotel. Other than that, he was concerned that his son would not find their business way in the family business and might not be 100% committed to the lifetime at the Peak Hotel. As a solution, Patricia and Perry should have a contingency plan. It can be re-evaluated and updated each year or as changes within the hotel. This will evaluate each son's leader skills, identifying potential replacement within and outside the company, and in the case of an internal replacements, training their sons so they are prepared to assume control. Next is the different leadership styles, where Perry exhibits a patriarchal top-down leadership style focused on hierarchical control, while Charles prefers more delegative, team-oriented approach. So this clash create a communication barriers and operational inefficiencies. So Charles and his father had different types of management styles and also personalities, so he struggled with the way he treated him in the business and felt that his father did not trust his competencies. As a solution, they must adapting a leadership, so both of them need to identify the need for adaptation. However, it is essential for them to take the time and let the situation unravel before making a decision. Other than that, they will need to shift their mindset and prepare for changes. So for the last one is the ability to maintain hotels' market position and reputation after retirement. So it was important for Perry and Patricia to have a maximum value out of the hotels to support their retirement. So both of them need to save money. Thus, the success of the family business determines the amount of their pension when they go to retirement. The sons' differing levels of experience and commitment to the hotel raise concerns about the ability to maintain the business market position and brand reputation. As for solution, they must have a strategic business planning for the future. So to allow the hotel ability to maintain the business, Perry and Patricia should have a proper planning before handling the business to their children. They should discuss with their children about the retirement. In the discussion, they can directly define a clear role and responsibility for all the family members involved. When all of them are clear with the role and responsibility, they can start to train their sons based on a specific role job in a hotel, and this will help them to explore new skills, knowledge, and gain new experience. When they are capable of handling those roles, in the future they are able to manage the hotel well and maintain their reputation as well as their finances. So that's all for me. I'll pass the floor to Pei Wen. Thank you.
A very good day to Dr. Amro and everyone. Now I will be continuing with question 4. What are the options and key steps to consider in family succession? The Peak Hotel succession challenge represents a classic family business dilemma we have all seen before. So how to transition leadership to the next generation while preserving both family harmony and also business profitability? So today we will explore practical succession options and the key step to implement them successfully. So the first suggestion options is co-management with divided roles. These options pairs Charles' deep operational expertise with Peter's financial acumen. For example, Charles would become general manager, overseeing daily staff operations and guest experience, while Peter would serve as CFO, managing budgets and expansion plans. Research shows this leverages complementary strength best when accompanied by a formal mediation clause in their partnership agreement. Secondly is phased retirement. As Lee and Zaher's 2018 studies demonstrated that gradual transitions reduce power struggles by 81%. Here's how it would work. In year 1, Perry transitions to chairman, handling only strategic decisions. In year 2, sees the sons assuming 80% of operational control, and by year 3, we complete the handover with Perry moving to an advisory role only. The third one is external interim CEO. A professional CEO would mentor the sons for 2 years while modernizing systems like digital booking platforms. This works best with a sunset clause ensuring family control returns. Last but not least is family trust. This transfer ownership to a trust managed by professionals while the family benefits from dividends. It's perfect if both sons need more time to develop their capabilities. Now, how do we turn these options into reality? 3 critical implementation steps. The first one is family alignment. Before any transitions begins, we must conduct structural mediation sessions to address Paris' concerns about letting go and brothers' historical rivalry. The tangible outcome would be assigned family constitutions covering everything from decision-making protocols to conflict resolution mechanisms. The second one is targeted training. Peter would complete an intensive 6 months immersion program rotating through all hotel departments, front desk, housekeeping, food and beverage to build operational knowledge. Simultaneously, Charles would attend leadership training to develop the strategic mindset needed to replace Barry's authoritative style. The third one is governance restructuring. Can create 2 key bodies, a family council chaired by Patricia to handle family matters and an advisory board including the CFO plus an independent hospitality expert to provide objective business guidance. That's all from me. Now I will pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Pei Wen, and a very good day to everyone. My name is Toh Lian Zhi, and next I will continue with the question 5. Are there other options for the business the family might consider as they navigate the complex process of succession? The first option is to transform the existing business model to diversify income streams. This could involve converting some of the hotel's rooms into service apartment or luxury condominiums. Alternatively, the hotel could be redesigned as a wellness or retreat center that focus on yoga, meditation, or holistic industry that are experiencing rapid growth. Another idea is to repurpose parts of the hotel into an event space that could host weddings, conference, or art exhibitions. This option not only opens up new revenue channels but also aligns with emerging trends in the hospitality industry. It suits the skill sets of Peter and Olivia as Peter brings financial insight while Olivia's marketing background would ideal for the brand rebranding and attracting a new target audience. The second option is forming a new venture under the Peak brand. This alternative is to encourage innovation by allowing Peter and Olivia to start a new branch or launch a different hospitality concept under the Peak Hotel brand. This might take the form of a modern urban retreat in another location. This solution creates space for each siblings couple to lead without overlapping or clashing. Charles and Susan could continue managing the original Peak Hotel, while Peter and Olivia contribute by growing the brand in a fresh direction. So this approach encourages entrepreneurship and strengthens the family's overall presence in the hospitality market. The third option is to convert the Peak Hotel into a franchise hotel by partnering with a well-known global brand such as Marriott, Hilton, or Wyndham. Under this arrangement, the family would still own the property and potentially continue working in key managerial roles. Franchising offers several advantages, such as it increases the hotel visibility, enhances booking potentials, and lends credibility to the businesses, especially in international markets. According to Alfix 2024, franchise hotel also gain access to sophisticated reservation system and loyalty program, which can significantly improve occupancy rates and customers' retention. These options allow the family to maintain involvement while benefiting from the resource and recognition of an established brand. Lastly, if profitability and succession are no longer the family's highest priorities, they could consider repurposing the property for a cost driven purpose. For example, They might convert the hotel into a hospitality training institute. With Susan's background and experience in hospitality, she could lead such an initiative. Alternatively, they could create a social enterprise that supports sustainable tourism, vocational trainings, or local employment. This option would preserve the family's legacy a meaningful way and potentially attract government grants or public funding. It also allows family members to take on mission-driven roles that reflect their personal values and desire to give back to the community. That's all from me. Next, I'll pass to Alia for the conclusion part.
As a conclusion, our group has discussed all the strength, weakness, and interests of each member, and from there we are able to identify the issues raised in the case study and solve them. However, it is important to understand family succession in order to have a stable business, especially in hotel management. So thank you.